Good evening, Ma. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll wait 2 more minutes for remaining people to join and then we'll start the session. Okay, ma'am, we'll start the session. In yesterday's session, we have completed the module, right? Shall I revise the module or shall I start fourth module? What do you want? Please respond. "31, 33, 34, 39. Any one of you please respond, ma?
Yes, ma'am.
Shall I revise or shall I start next module?
Revise, ma'am.
Okay, once I'll show you the syllabus and we'll revise the things. After that, we'll move on to the next module. Is it visible, ma? Okay. What is dynamic programming? Once again, I'm repeating, ma, because we are having exam on Monday, right? So still those who are having difficulty in any one of the problem, please follow the session carefully. Dynamic programming. Dynamic programming means, what does it mean? See, dynamic programming is used to solve the problems, solve the optimization problems. What is optimization problem? Or optimization problem either gives you the minimum result or maximum result based on your problem. Okay, so what is the same in greedy method? Also, we did the same thing. We found that the optimization problems, we solved the optimization problems. In dynamic programming also, we are doing the same thing. Then what is the difference between greedy method and dynamic programming? Means in greedy method, generally, which is giving me the minimum or maximum solution, there itself at last we find the answer. Suppose if you consider knapsack problem, all the things, at last we'll find the answer. But when you come to dynamic programming, at each and every phase we'll take a decision and then we'll move on to the next part. That is the advantage of dynamic programming. Dynamic programming means at each and every stage, if you observe all the 5 problems, at each and every stage we'll take a decision. That's why dynamic programming always take a decision at each and every phase. Okay, that is nothing but the general method of this dynamic programming. Next, the first concept is multi-stage graphs. Did you remember this? Multi-stage graphs. See, multi-stage graphs means I'm not explaining the entire problem. I'll just revise the things. Suppose there are some 10 vertices. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Seema, assume this is the given graph. Okay, assume this is the given graph. How can we solve this problem? Means we'll divide the given graph into multi-stages. What is the question here? Multi-stage graph. Why they have given the name as multi-stage graph? Means at each and every stage, this is one stage, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, stage 5. Okay, like this. So each and every vertices set or set of vertices we are dividing into stages. How can we solve? Means first, see, this is from back to front will solve, but we call this method as forward approach. Why? Means at last we'll get the path from 1 to 10 only. How it is? Observe carefully. So suppose the cost is 5, 4 and 9. So 7 to 10 you are going. 7 to 10 means we will not call that like that. This is stage 4, right? This is stage 5. From stage 4 to 10 you have to reach. From stage 4 to 10th vertex you have to reach. Stage 4 is having how many vertices? 3 vertices, 7, 8, 9. So 7 to 10, 8 to 10, 9 to 10, which is giving you the minimum cost that you have to select. Which is giving me the minimum cost? 8 to 10 is giving me the minimum cost. So in stage 4 I have selected the vertex as 8. Next, now come to stage 3. From stage 3, select the vertices 5 to 8, 6 to 8. Two vertices are there. In this two, from stage 3 to 8 vertex, who is giving me the minimum cost that I have to consider. Next, stage 2 to this, suppose this is giving me the minimum cost, means stage 2 to 5, who is giving me the minimum cost that you have to find out. Next, stage 1 to remaining stage 2. At last, we may get the path like 1, 3, 5, 8, 10, like this. Though you have solved from back to top, always the path is 1, 3, 5, 8, 10 only. This is nothing but the forward approach. Though you have solved from backward, but we got the output as from 1 to the starting to the ending only. That's why this is called as forward approach. Can anyone tell me what is the time complexity of this? What is the time complexity of this? The time complexity of this is big O of V square, which is vertices whole square. Suppose if you represent your vertex as n, means big O of n square, or else some textbooks may refer the time complexity as big O of E only. Suppose if you have any one of the option, you may select big O of O square or big O of n square or big O of E. Am I clear with this multi-stage graph? Say yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Done. What is the next thing? We'll see. What is the next concept? Next concept is all page shortest path. I think I have explained 3 times this program. Still, is anybody want? Still, is anybody want to know what is all page shortest path? Are you clear with this? CS11, please respond, ma. You are very active in offline. Why you behave like this in online classes? CS11. Manikanta.
Ma'am.
Okay, still you want all page shortest path?
No, ma'am.
What is the time complexity for all page shortest path?
Big O of n cube.
Big O of n cube. Very good. Next, OBST. Shall I revise it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll tell you what is OBST now. What is OBST means? Optimal binary search tree. Binary search tree means always the left hand side is less than the root node, always the right hand side is greater than the root node. Okay, so we have to construct the binary search tree. See, binary search tree is not a unique one. How many binary search trees are possible for the given number of nodes means it is 2n Cn. Okay, so 2n Cn number of binary search trees are possible. Among these many number of binary search trees, we have to pick one of them as the optimal binary search tree. How can we know that? Means by using the dynamic programming. How can we solve this? Means I told you already, suppose there are do for int y. Assume these are the given nodes. How can we solve this? Means generally in OBST they'll provide success probability as well as unsuccess probability. Can anyone tell me what is this? How many successful searches you need for n number of nodes? How many successful search you need for a number of nodes? See, this I have repeated so many times, ma. For successful search, you need n. For unsuccessful search, you need n plus 1. So the probability for successful search is equals to the given number of nodes. These are very important for your MCQs. For unsuccessful search, it takes n plus 1 number of attempts to solve. Okay. So how can we solve means I'm not drawing all the things. Simply I'll give you, I'm sorry, just outline. See, assume there are only 3 nodes, ma. It will be easy for us to do. 3 nodes means for unsuccessful search, there may be n plus 1 nodes. N plus 1 nodes means 1, 2, 3, 4. Here also 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, like this we'll draw the diagram. So each and every phase, what you have to find out, what is the weight of your graph, what is the cost of your graph, what is the root node. So when ij are equal, okay, when ij both are equal, then weight is nothing but q of j. The formula is q of j. Okay, when cost is 0, when both are equal I and j, root is also 0. Next, when I and j are not equal, then w is equals to, w formula is, did anyone remember, ma? Did anyone remember? P of j plus q of j plus w of I comma j minus 1. What is the formula for cost? Minimum of k is equals to, which is in between, I less than, k less than or equals to j c of ik plus c of kj plus wij. What is the root formula? Root formula is nothing but the k value. These are the 3 formulas you have to remember. Am I clear with this? Am I clear with this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what is the time complexity for this? What is the time complexity for this? See, what is the time complexity for binary search? At least you may know that. For binary search, Nalini or Rishita, 39, 31, 'For binary search, what is the time complexity, ma?
Big O of login.
Very good, 31. Big O of login. Same for binary search tree also. The time complexity is big O of login only. Here also, when you come to left hand side, suppose if the node, for example, there are 3 nodes, 10, 20, 30. I have given you to search node number 10. So 20 is the root node you assume. Where will you search? Only in the left hand side. So only you are searching half of the part, not the entire thing. So when you divide the given one into half of the part means obviously the time complexity is big O of log n. Am I clear with this? OBST.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then next concept is after OBST, what we are having in our syllabus, we'll check now. Reliability design. Is it clear, all of you, reliability design? Shall I explain? See, if you want me to explain, I'll explain. I'm teaching for you only.
Explain, ma'am.
Reliability design means reliability design. What does it mean? Means, see, to set up a architecture or to set up any device, there are a number of components we require to set up that particular device. So if any one of the device or if any one of the component is not working, we cannot able to set up the particular system. For example, I want to set up a device D. So to set up that device, I need three components: D1, D2, D3. Okay, D1, D2, D3, which I require to set up a device D. Assume this is the situation. If D1 is not working, will you able to set up the system? No. If this one, no. If this one, no. And we cannot give any assurance that the particular component will work for lifetime. We cannot give any assurance like that. So there may be a possibility of failure of a component. Obviously, there may be a possibility of, because we cannot give any quality assurance for any component. So if the situation is like this I'm giving the probability as 90%. I'm giving the probability that okay, this component may work 90%, but there may be a chance of 10% of failure. And this particular thing will work only 80%, and there may be a possibility of failure that is 20%, and this is 50%. 50% may work, 50% it may fail. Okay, so see, particular device is 90% it is working, 80% another device is working, 50% another device is working. All together, if you combine them, obviously it reduces the probability of the entire system. It reduces the reliability of the entire system. So, how can we increase the reliability of a particular system using dynamic programming is my question. How can we increase the reliability means by keeping the backup of the devices. For example, I want to record my video, I want to record my lecture. Okay, if I want to record my lecture, I need a camera, I need a board, I need a pen. Okay, so if any one of them is not working, I cannot able to record my video or record my lecture. Okay, so camera working probability or working reliability is much higher when compared with the whiteboard or chalk piece or a pen. Okay, next, whiteboard probability or reliability is little bit more when compared with the marker or pen. See, the reliability of the marker or the pen is very much less. If I write, if I use for a week, it will not work for next another week because the ink will dry. Right, this is the situation. If marker is not working means I cannot able to record my lecture. So the marker will work only 50%, it may work 50%, it may not work. So if the situation is like this, instead of having only one marker, if I have backup, which means if I have two more markers, then I can able to run, I can able to take my video lecture. Okay, I can able to continue my lecture without any disturbance. So how here we are incrementing, we are increasing the reliability means by having the backup. Same thing I'm applying here. Here all these are connected serially. If any one of them any one of the device is not working means obviously the reliability of the device will goes on decreasing. So to avoid the situation within the given amount, how can we increase the reliability? By how many devices will you take a backup, that we are going to discuss in this reliability design. So D1, I'm having 2 copies. If any one of the copy is not working, I'll go with another one. Next D2 I'm having 3 devices. D2 I'm having 3 devices. If first one is not working, I'll go for second one. Second one is not working, I'll go for third one. Of course, there is a failure, but we can increase the reliability. I'm not telling you that 100% it will work if you have backup. No, that's not possible. But at some point of change in the reliability, at some point we will increase the reliability. That is the only thing. I'm not assuring that 100% we will achieve the reliability. I'm not telling like that. Okay, so device 3 is also, I'm having 3 copies. So which device will you take? How many copies will you take? That is nothing but the reliability design. Am I clear with this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next concept is traveling salesman problem. Is it clear, traveling salesman problem? Shall I repeat that also?
Clear, ma'am.
Still, is anybody having any topic doubt? I'll show you the syllabus once again. See, general method, multi-stage graphs, all-page shortest path, optimal binary search tree, reliability design, and traveling salesman problem. Any of you having doubt regarding anything, after completion of this unit, the student will be able to compare dynamic method with previous methods. Will you able to do that? What is the difference between previous method and dynamic method? What is the difference between previous method and dynamic method? See, previous method is dynamic. What does it mean? Dynamic means, static means which is constant, right? Dynamic means where it can able to change based on the situations. Dynamic programming means at each and every stage we are taking the decision. In first stage we are taking the decision. In second stage, if you feel the previous decision is not good and you want to go for another direction, you can able to do that. That is nothing but the advantage of dynamic programming. Apply dynamic method for developing algorithms. All these algorithms we have used dynamic method only. Illustrate the merits. That is the only merit we can see. Analyze the performance of algorithms. Nothing but time complexities. Any doubt regarding this module number 3? Module number 3. All of you. CR roll number 2.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it clear? Seshu Kiran, 31.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it clear?
Okay, ma'am. Clear.
Okay, Kiran. Rishita.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it clear all the concepts?
Yes, ma'am.
34. Are you there? Okay, Ma, do you want any inputs from me regarding this module 3?
Ma'am, can you share the notes?
Who is that?
Ma'am, Rishita.
I have explained each and every problem now. Have you noted down?
Yes, ma'am.
That is nothing but your notes.
Okay, ma'am.
See, that is problem. No, I cannot. All the 5 problems, 5 things are problems only. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
I cannot make any PPT regarding that.
Okay, ma'am.
Can I expect 30? Rishta, can I expect 30 from you?
Ma'am, I'll try my level best.
Of course, you may try, I believe. Can I expect that? I'm also expecting. I'm not. Can I expect that 30 out of 30? Because all 5 problems we discussed, right? Offline itself we discussed. I think offline is much better than online, right? Thirty-four, can I expect from you? Roll number 34. Okay, any more doubts from module 3? Any doubts regarding module 3? Fifty-three. Roll number 53. Okay, anyway, I'll start next module number 4. See, module number 4 is having 2 different concepts. Basic search and traversing techniques and backtracking. It is having 2 things, 2 different concepts. Till now in each and every module divide and conquer only one concept. 3D method only one concept. Dynamic programming only one concept. But in this module we are having 2 concepts. Basic search and traversing techniques, which is nothing but techniques for binary trees, techniques for graphs, connected components and spanning trees, by connected components and depth first search. What are techniques for binary trees, traversing techniques? What are the techniques for binary trees? Can anyone tell me? Binary tree techniques, traversing techniques of a binary tree. See, already you are familiar with this. Pre-order, in-order, post-order. Pre-order means first visit the root node, then come to left-hand side, then come to right-hand side. In-order means first visit left, root, and then right. Post-order means left, right, at last visit the root node. Those are nothing but the traversing techniques. For graphs also we are having traversals, which is depth first search and breadth first search. These 2 things already we have seen in the laboratory session. Next, connected components and spanning trees we have to discuss. By connected components also we have to discuss. So total binary trees, graphs, connected components, spanning trees, by connected components. So in basic search and traversing techniques, we are having 5 concepts. And in backtracking, we are having general method, 8 queens problem, sum of subsets, graph coloring, and Hamilton cycle. Total 4. 4 plus 5, which is 9. In module 4, you are having 9 different problems. In that, the first basic search and traversing techniques already are familiar. Only new concept is connected and bi-connected components. Only two things. Shall I start module number 4? Okay. Tell me, what is a binary tree? See, binary tree means the name itself it is having. Binary tree is a tree where it is having two sides. One is left hand side, left subtree and right subtree. For example, this is A, this is B, this is left subtree. Here I am drawing T, E. So this entire path we can call it as left subtree. This entire path we can call it as right subtree. So binary tree is having two subtrees, left subtree and right subtree. After this, there are no more nodes, means those are null nodes. This is nothing but the binary tree. Binary tree is having two subtrees, left subtree and right subtree. For example, okay, what is a binary search tree means? Binary search tree is a binary tree where left hand side is always less than the root node and right hand side is always greater than the root node. That is nothing but the binary search tree. Okay, binary search tree. Next is, suppose if you have all the nodes which are going to occupy only on left hand side, then the type of trees are called skewed binary trees. When the nodes are only on its left hand side or either on its right hand side, either like this or like this. If the tree looks like either this or this, then these type of trees are known as skewed trees, skewed binary trees. So if you observe here, all the nodes lies in its left hand side. So it is called as left skewed binary tree. Here if you observe, all the nodes are on its right hand side. So you can call it as right skewed binary tree. This is left skewed binary tree and this is right skewed binary tree. Okay, skewed means only on its either left or right hand side. Those are known as skewed trees. Now, what they are asking, techniques for binary trees. What is techniques for binary tree? Binary tree means the tree is constructed based on the nodes. So techniques for trees means, or techniques for binary trees, or techniques for binary search trees means, technique is nothing but traversing. What is traversing means visiting. Visiting the nodes is nothing but the traversing. So this binary trees are having three different types of traversals, which are pre-order, in-order, and post-order. Pre-order, in-order, and post-order. What is pre-order? What is post-order? What is in-order? We'll see in the later session. So tree traversals means we are having three different types of traversals: pre-order, in-order, and post-order. Pre-order means visiting the root node first and then left subtree and then right subtree. In order means visiting the left first, root next, and right. Post order means left, right, and root. So in our daily life, we use the in order. I'll show you why we are using in order, what it will look like. I'll show you that with simple example. Suppose there are nodes, which is a binary search tree using 50, and here I'm drawing 40. Here it is 30, and it is 45. Assume like this. Here also I'm giving 70. This is 60. This is 80. What I told you about in order means first visit the left hand side root and then right hand side. Left hand side we have to visit. So we'll come to left. Again there is a left. We'll come to here. There is no more left. So first I'm visiting 30. After visiting the left hand side, go to the root. For this, we are having the root as 40. After visiting the root, visit the right hand side. So 45. Next, after this is entire thing is left part only. After visiting the left part, visit the root node. Root node is 15. Next, come here. When you come to here, again it is having left part. No, so first you have to visit left part. So 60 and then root and then right hand side. If you observe the sequence 30, 40, 45, 50, 60, 70, 80, all are like in the sorted order. So in our daily life, we use the tree traversal as in order tree traversal. So without checking, without going to left, without going to right, without visiting, without going to root, directly we can shortcut we can write the binary search tree in order traversal. How can we means here I'm drawing the lines, observe carefully. If you follow the lines also you'll get the same 30. Here it is 40. The line I'm following 45 and the root is 50. Next 60. Next line is 70. Next line is 80. So by following the lines also we can able to get the sequence 30, 40, 45, 50, 60, 70, 80. So it is already in ascending order or sorted order. So in our daily life we use the tree traversal as in order tree traversal. Okay, what is pre-order? What is the algorithm for that? What is in order? What is the algorithm for that? What is post-order? What is the algorithm for that? Everything we'll see in the next session. Okay. If you have any doubt, please let me know your doubts. And one more thing, I have forwarded the notes in the first module there itself. You check there. those who are having doubts, they can stay and remaining people can leave the session.